So batteries have already been removed from the cart. So now for our initial install, we're going to need to cut out these sections on each side of the initial battery tray. That way the mounts for the lithium battery will fit in and slide over that sidewall so the battery will attach. So that's what I'm going to do now.
Bolt Energy highly recommends having a trained golf cart or battery technician perform all battery maintenance on your vehicle. Bolt also highly recommends using personal protective equipment during the battery installation. In addition to this tool list, you may also need small gauge wiring supplies.
Now that those are cut out, that will leave room for the mounting brackets to slide into. And they will definitely have to be pushed as far back as they can go. Because almost all of them, if you go center to center on your bracket holes, it's about 21¼ inches. That's where the brackets will stay. Slide them all the way forward, all the way out. Pre-drill your holes. And you can use through bolts if you choose to. That's if you got somebody that can climb underneath the cart and tighten while you hold the bolt up here. Or you can use self-tappers to hold the plates down. Either way. And you're definitely going to want to pre-drill if you choose to use self-tappers. Because most of the time you'll either round out the end of the self-tapper or break it because you're going through like 3 layers of sheet metal all the way through. Yeah, it makes it so much easier because if not, you'll round out the bottom of that self-tapper. I mean, I always add a washer to it just for extra hold down. You almost hear it with every layer of metal that I punch through. Mounting brackets are in. Clean up the excess sheet metal. Alright, now once you've got your battery lowered in, just find your battery's mounting feet. Line up the holes on the mounting feet with the bracket holes. And then with 4 13mm bolts, secure the battery to the mounting plates. Battery is mounted, nice and secure. Now to mount the charger, but to mount the charger you need to first remove the old charger. I previously already removed 4 8mm screws to disconnect the charger from the charger's mounting bracket, which will also need to be removed after the charger is removed. First, you can actually start off just by disconnecting your AC connection to the charger. Then also finding the other smaller cord that comes off the back end, and it has 3 connectors coming off of it. Disconnect all 3. Or, no, correct that. It's the 2-pin. Gray and orange coming off the charger, not the 3-pin. And once you get all that disconnected, just move the charger up out of the way because you'll have to remove the mounting plate for the charger to be able to get to the controller where the charger's positive and negative leads actually attach. And the mounting plate is held down by 4 8mm bolts as well. 2 of the bolts are located straight down in the front through little holes, which you'll have to kind of stick your hands to the side and guide down to reach to the bolt. Last 2 bolts are located on the very back side on the outside of the mounting plate. And once that mounting plate's completely removed, it fully exposes the controller for the cart. And you're going to want to disconnect these 2 leads from here on the controller, from the positive side and the negative side. Remove these 2 wires. And those are held on by a 13mm bolt. And when you remove the charger wires, be sure to reconnect the other 2 wires, one on the positive and one on negative that were previously there. And now the charger can come all the way out. The one part of the charger you're going to need is this portion right here. You're going to need to cut these wires. Strip your ends off. And then add a set of spade connectors to them so you can tie them together. Get them tied together, plug them into each other, and plug them into this 2-pin connector. Right here on the card. It should have a yellow and red wire. Yellow one side, red the other side. Plug into that. That bypasses the cart's interlock. That way the cart will still operate with the Bolt Lithium installed. You will need to remove the B negative cable from the controller. It's what's going to go to the B negative terminal of your battery. But you're going to want to replace it because it's a very, very long cable. So usually I'll save one of the batteries or one of the battery cables from removing the batteries, and it generally ends up being perfect length to go from the B negative of the controller to the negative side of the battery. The only thing I do to it to modify it is I pull the red boot off and put a black one on there. Yeah. Well, that way, and there's no confusion for anyone in the future if they just glance at it and wondering, okay, that's supposed to be hot on that end, or at least the wire is designating it should be hot. Now for your B positive cable, that's going to connect to your positive side of your lithium. It's going to be routed up this way from the front of the cart, coming out from the dash. All you're going to want to do is just feed it back behind the brake booster and the brake cables and pull it back around through on the other side of that brake booster and the brake cables. And that will give you plenty of length for your B positive to connect. Now that B positive cable is still routed to the kill switch on your dash, underneath your dash. So that kill switch will still kill power to the cart with the lithium installed. It just won't turn the lithium battery off, but it'll sever the power to the cart. Now once you got all that designated, next is charger mount. The only thing you're going to have to worry about when installing the charger is the location of your 12-volt converter on this cart. It is generally located just below where most people naturally seem to want to mount the charger. Because the best place for the charger is right here up in front of the cart. Give it plenty of airflow, plenty of exhaust through the front grille so nothing overheats. Now what you're going to have to worry about is right here. These 4 screws here, just beneath that is your 12-volt converter. So you're going to want to slide down just past those 4 screws. That way when you pop through, you're not putting a screw or a drill bit straight into the backside of your 12-volt converter. So just slide your charger down to where you're beyond those screws. Pre-drill if you feel like it. And put your self-tappers in to mount the charger. All right, after you have your charger mounted, now it's time to route the wires for the charger. Me, I generally try to follow the flow of whatever wires are already in place. The majority of the time on these, because the battery's right here, it's so much easier. Secure your wiring to the top of your charger so they're up out of the way, and then that'll perfectly reach your lithium battery. Now for your AC cord, I usually follow the wiring in the cart for this one. That way I can route it all the way over to the AC plug that's already on the cart, which will be replaced. This charge port right underneath here, that'll be removed and the Bolt Lithium charge port will be added there. All right, once the original charge port is removed, the new one slips right into the hole. Do not worry about the previous 4 holes that were on there. You will not reuse them, and they will get covered up by the new charge port. And for the charge port to hold it in place, I use self-tappers on this cart just because the entire body is metal. Charge port is installed. Now to connect the charger to the charge port, simply just a plug like any other AC plug. I myself secure them together with black tape to stop from them disconnecting, and then also create a moisture barrier. Can be secured and zip tied up along with the harness portion right here. Just to remove the old charging LED indicator. Literally just has a plastic nut on the back side of it to screw it off. Now, as far as everything up here goes, other than connecting the cart and the charger to the battery, you're done up front. Your only other thing to do after that is your state of charge meter.
Where's that going?
It will connect to the battery here where it says display. The state of charge meter tells you how much charge you have in your lithium. The harness for it connects to the battery here where it says display. You have 2 connectors. One end's got a metal ring, the other's got a plastic. The one with the metal ring goes to the lithium. Slide it in, screw the ring down, nice and snug. Now if you'll look forward on your cart here, there's a hole in your dash where you had previously pulled a battery cable that you're no longer using. That hole you can use to route this through into the front of into the dash area of the cart. And if you look straight in, you can actually see where your wiring's coming through. If you're lucky like I am and have small hands, you can actually get your arm quite far back there to it so you can grab it. Then just pull that harness through the center of the dash where the stereo is mounted. Now here's a part that we use that you do not carry. We use one of these. Pretty sure we get it off Amazon. It's just a gauge mount. Just anywhere in this general area below the stereo. And just mount it there, and that's what your display is going to go into. That'll give you your volt percentage. And those, the gauge mounts, they have 2 holes on the side of it where just 2 screws will mount it up. Yeah, I've pulled all the excess. I pulled all my slack from the charge meter up towards the front of the cart. That way I can loop it all together and zip tie it to the side of the harness here to secure it. So the only thing left now is to attach the charger and the cart itself to power, and attach the Bluetooth antenna to the battery. That will attach right here where it says BT. And just slide it in and screw the silver ring in nice and snug. I like to route it underneath the handle so the handle helps hold the wire down out of the way. Then it just magnetizes to the top of the lithium. Okay, yeah, you always want your biggest on the bottom, or whichever wire is going to be drawing the heaviest amperage load. So yeah, always put the heavy amperage load on the bottom. But then as far as like whether you connect or disconnect positive side or negative side first. I've always been told disconnect negative first and reconnect negative last, because that cuts back on the spark when you go to, because like say this battery was live, if I connected the negative, as soon as this positive touched this side, it would have a big spark. But if you do the positive first, the spark, if you do the negative, is supposed to be smaller, less of a chance for an arc out. Yes, sir. Now we power on lithium.
Your Bolt Energy USA battery will ship at 50% capacity or less, so it is highly recommended to run a complete charge cycle before using the battery. Simply plug in your Bolt Energy charging extension cord. The onboard charger will activate, run a complete charge cycle, and shut off when finished. While you're waiting for your Bolt Energy battery to max charge, go ahead and download the Bolt Energy USA mobile application on the Android or iOS app stores. Open the application and select your battery. The application will connect to the battery via a Bluetooth connection and display the battery's information in real time. If you scroll down, you can check the battery's internal health, and if you scroll down further, you will see the two most important features of the mobile app that you will probably never need to use. The Update Firmware feature allows existing Bolt Energy battery owners to remotely update their battery's firmware should a new firmware release. The Send Data feature allows a Bolt Energy technician to remotely diagnose your battery in the extremely rare event of a warranty claim. Simply select Send Data. Your battery's data log will be displayed. Click the mail icon, select Email, and email to support@boltenergyusa.com. A Bolt technician will receive your data log, diagnose, and immediately begin the warranty process should your battery need replacement. This feature makes the warranty process simple and efficient. We hope this video answered any questions you may have had. If you have additional questions or would like to order a Bolt Energy USA battery, please visit the dealer locator link in the description of this video. You can find links to local authorized dealers, as well as recommended online dealers. You can also contact Bolt Energy USA technical support directly, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., at the number listed below. As always, hit the like and subscribe buttons. We have more installation and product videos coming out on a regular basis.
Bolt Energy USA.